when you are in your first job, you're still dreaming of writing like, I don't know, T.S. Eliot or
right,
recreating like, like 19th century Victorian novels. But the reality of it is that as a rookie journalist for a lifestyle / city paper or whatever, what you are doing is the worst beat in the world, which is covering the opening of a brand new restaurant in town, or going and doing the party beat where you have to ask people, what is the outfit and the designer that you're wearing? So all your high-flying notions are sort of nipped in the bud. So not to say that I didn't do some fun stories. I got to meet some like great writers. I got to meet Amitav Ghosh, who had studied till like a year before. It was great to interview him. You got to meet some really interesting characters, artists. I got to see the city that I had grown up in a whole different light, because to cover every aspect of the city, even if it was like a restaurant opening or an art gallery preview or whatever it was, you got to go to different parts of the city, interact with people that I didn't in my earlier avatar, just as a person growing up in that city. So that was a great sort of an experience. But I guess 1 year of that, and after the nth salon launch and the nth party or new band in town, I was like, maybe I need a change. That was 1 year of that. And then in fact, I needed a change so much that I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to do journalism anymore. If I ever want to be a writer, this is the worst idea. And so let me join publishing instead. So because that was also related to the world of writing, it was related to books, and I'd done a course in publishing. So it made sense, because you felt like one always wanted to be close to the world of writing, because the idea was you wanted to be a writer, so be close to the world of writing, whether it's books, whether it's actually the printed word in terms of like the modern newspaper.
Find an in somehow.
Find an in somehow.
Yeah.
Again, as I would tell you.
But did you not appreciate the grunt work that you did for the Telegraph early on? It sort of might have allowed you to enter a disciplinary sort of period to dispel some myths around what is ideally considered to be like a dreamy writing world.
Maybe it was like I said, it was a wake-up call, because it taught me what it was and that world it was that I was entering. But it also was entirely not the choice I should have like made at that point, especially because at that point I was really, my head was filled with literature and books and very like high grand notions of things. This was a very rude shock in that sense. So working for, this was like Calcutta's version of how do I put it? A Bombay Times, perhaps.
Okay.
Or just a little more, like with a little more books and a little more like music and a little more culture thrown in, but a version of that.
Yeah, it's sort of funny, right? Because I remember this from my own, I had this one terrible stint at this local Faridabad magazine. It was also a lifestyle magazine called WhatsApp Magazine. It disbanded right after I left it. And I joined as a student, right? And I really like the idea of like seeing the city through this other lens as someone who walks, as someone who takes lifts, as someone who enters shops and conversations that one would never enter if one were just transitioning through these different places in the city, right?
Absolutely. Right? So take away that bit from it was something that I thought was a valuable thing that I took away from that. But I also did realize that it was probably a good decision to leave at that point to explore what one could do, a little better.
Yeah.